I'd like to explain a little bit about some of the particular features that we've incorporated in the new Collins GCSE Science books. We've developed these partly in response to the emerging features of the new specifications, but also we're very keen to build upon well-established features of effective teaching and learning and being able to support these. One of the things that we've done with each of the chapters is to have an introductory spread, and this does two things. Firstly, it reassures students that whatever the topic is, that there are some ideas that they've already met, so that they're building upon existing understanding. But what it also does is to present some of the more exciting and engaging ideas that students will meet in that topic. We want students to be reassured that they're progressing in terms of their scientific understanding, but also that they're going to be meeting stuff that is really well worthwhile them focusing a bit of effort upon. And in so doing, we're really supporting this view, increasingly held in secondary schools, that science from 11 to 16, it's a 5-year course and it should be designed and delivered as such. With the main content spreads, one of the main features of these is the ramped content. So each of the spreads starts off from what we believe is a very accessible level, whereby all students will be able to understand the ideas, will be able to answer the questions, and it builds up, in every case, to ideas, to questions that are more challenging, and really encourage students to make progress during the course of that lesson. But there are other spreads that we developed and included as well. So for example, to support the increasing priority that's being given to mathematical skills, with each of these special math skill spreads, we've picked up on a particularly mathematical skill and we've shown how that can develop and is very useful and is very relevant within a scientific concept. What we've also done is to include spreads as well that relate to the stipulated practicals. And what these spreads do is to show students how what they've learned from doing one of the stipulated practicals can then be put into a broader context. How not only do they need to have understood the particular procedure, but also to be able to apply it to other contexts and to be able to interpret data and information as well. Towards the end of each of the chapters, that there is a check your progress spread. And what this does is to present students with what the key ideas are from that spread and also how those ideas develop. But what we're also very mindful of as well is the synoptic nature of the new course, and so therefore that we've got spreads called key concept spreads. And what the key concept spread does is to pick up upon a particular idea, such as diffusion in biology, and to present this as being one of the big ideas that students really need to understand. And because it's flagged in a slightly different way, what it also means is that it's easier for students later on in the course to revisit that idea to refresh their understanding. At the end of each of the chapters, we've also included worked examples of examination questions, showing how it is that students can improve their performance. And finally, that we've got a set of examination style questions. And what these questions do is that they reflect the style of GCSE examination papers in the sense that they have a balance of assessment objectives between knowledge and understanding, application, interpretation and evaluation. And these assessment objectives are reflected in terms of their relative proportions. And we've also made sure as well that the questions demand a range of different responses. So some of them are objective test questions, some of them need shorter written answers, and others longer written answers. We've been very mindful as well of the command words that the awarding organisations are using, so that students really do get a sense of the way in which their understanding is going to be given credit and going to be recognised in the final examinations.